We continue to follow breaking news of the global tech outage and bring you complete coverage on how the outage is affecting the borderland. Get this, a tech malfunction crippled airports, businesses, border crossings, and government services around the world today. It all happened in the morning, and the disruption appears to stem from a software update pushed by cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike, which is based in Austin, right here in Texas. Computers running Microsoft Windows, a CrowdStrike client, were all crashing because of a defect in a software update. CrowdStrike says it has fixed the issue on its end and is working with customers to restore their operations. The CEO says he is, quote, deeply concerned to anyone who has been affected by the outages. CNN is reporting more than 2,600 flights were canceled today. 911 and emergency services were also down in several states. UPS and FedEx both alerted customers of some service delays due to the outage. Officials are saying the outage was not a result of a cyber security attack.
Borderline residents were stranded in other ways after the outage left some government offices and services unavailable. ABC 7's Andrew J. Polk is live in studio with our complete team coverage. Andrew.
Paul and Stephanie, with this tech problem potentially affecting basically any Windows or Microsoft systems or software, some state and federal offices were forced to shut down operations in our area today. Now, the notice in front of the Texas Department of Public Safety driver's license offices, like this one in Northeast today, read that they wouldn't reopen until Monday due to the system outage. Now, the state's website, texas.gov, noted that multiple agencies and online services were impacted, and in posts on x.com, the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles and DPS said offices and services were down as a result. The county of El Paso also had to close the tax assessor office due to the state service outage. At the DPS office, the time I was there, about a half dozen people stopped by to make or take appointments, like Patricia, who had to push it back to August now as a result.
I'll have to reschedule, and then I start work on the 29th, so I had to find a date and a time late in the afternoon to be able to make that appointment to come all the way over here without a driver's license.
Now, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has issued a consumer warning about scams looking to take advantage of people following issues like this and to not give out sensitive information like login credentials to any unsolicited contacts by phone, email, or otherwise. Now, coming up at 6, I'll have what a cybersecurity expert has to say about this outage and your personal information security. Paul and Stephanie.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and take a live look at the El Paso International Airport through the ABC 7 Mountain Cam. The global tech outage was affecting airports throughout the country, including right here in El Paso. And for some people departing from the airport, they tell ABC 7 they are forced to wait hours as the delays continue coming in.
And ABC 7's Brianna Perez spoke with some passengers and the impact this is having on them. Brianna?
Yeah, Stephanie, Paul, things are really picking up here at the El Paso International Airport. Behind me, you can see the long line of people that's already forming here at American Airlines. And as we stand here, we do see that it's continuing to grow. We know about 9 flights have been delayed flying out of the airport as of right now. Now, earlier this morning, this same spot looks similar to what we're seeing right now, long lines of people waiting. Now, we did speak to some people who say they usually come to the airport over an hour and a half before they are scheduled to take off, and that just gives them enough time to make it to their gates. But they say today was different. One man told ABC 7 there were dozens of people waiting in line at different airlines to speak to representatives this morning. Now, as of this afternoon, more than 2,600 flights into, out of, or within the United States have been canceled, and 9,000 have been delayed. Now, that's according to FlightAware.com. Now, I did speak with one passenger who says after several delays, he now won't be able to get home until early tomorrow morning. Still, he says he's remaining positive.
I want to go rent a car and go see stuff around town because I'm stuck here all day, right? It'd be funner than sitting in the airport, but you know, you just got to kind of take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes these things happen, and it could be worse. We could, be shut down for a couple days and be stuck here.
And the airport says via social media to make sure to check their airlines to see your flight status and before you come to the airport. But for now, reporting at the El Paso International Airport, Brianna Perez, ABC 7.
All right, Brianna, and we continue our team coverage on the technology outage since this morning. Now, people traveling across the border saw an increase of wait times at the international bridges today. ABC 7's Juarez correspondent Heriberto Perez has this story.
Today's IT outages also affected some borderland crossers here in Juarez and in El Paso. You can see behind me the long lines of vehicles waiting to cross into the U.S. here at the Bridge of the Americas, but this bridge was not the only one impacted by the outages. The Paso del Norte and Isleta bridges also saw an increase in wait times today. I spoke with some borderland residents who told me they've been here in line for over 2 hours and they expect to do another 2 or more.
Casi 2 horas. Casi 2 horas. ¿Cuánto le falta para cruzar?
Gerardo told me he had spent almost 2 hours in line. He was hoping to not get into a secondary inspection to save another hour. Today's global tech outage resulted in this. Long wait times at different ports of entry in our area, with some users reporting on social media doing hours of wait time this morning too.
2 horas. ¿Y cuánto más espera hacer para cruzar? Pues a lo mejor una más. Una más.
When I interviewed Carlos, he also had been waiting 2 hours at the bridge, and they were not even at halfway point of the bridge. U.S. Customs and Border Protection said in a statement they were experiencing processing delays due to the global technology outage, but they were still ensuring national and homeland security and working with their stakeholders to minimize the impact to international trade and travel. In Ciudad Juárez, Heriberto Pérez, ABC 7.